Hello everyone, welcome to day 3. Today we're looking at links and anchor. So these two tags, they give us access to external files, and we'll see the difference between the link and the anchor, though they do almost the same thing, giving us link to external files. Like this is the index.html. This is the index.html, and then we want to access maybe the site has 2-3 pages. So we have about, and then we have contact. We would see how to do that, and then we also we have a CSS file that we would want. HTML is to give structure to the website, while CSS to give beauty to it. We're not looking at CSS today. All we're looking at is how to actually link it. Then when it's time for CSS, we would know that we already know how to link our CSS file. So for now, let's look at the link tag. This is the link tag. This is it. Now you remember when we talked about empty tags? The link is actually an empty tag rather, because it does not contain. I don't close. You don't do this. Oh man. You can't do this because it's not going to contain any content. Remember we said content of a tag is this, and then this is the full element. So the link tag does not have this. What it has is attributes. By attributes I mean the property. Now this is a link tag. What do I want the link tag to do? What value should this link tag give out? So we'll see two attributes. We'll look at two attributes. This is the this is the relative attribute. We're telling it what type of file we want to access, and then this is the reference. Where is the file? Like I said, we're looking at CSS file, and so it therefore means this file has to exist. CSS style.css has to exist. This is what is referencing it, and then this is what is telling the link what type of file it is. Okay, the CSS, this file should stay in the same place where the index file is. Therefore means, now we remember that the index is not in any folder, it's just on the desktop. So if I'm to do this, the CSS file has to be on the desktop too. Okay, now let me create an empty CSS file. So that's new file. Let me open this. Okay, so I'm going to save as stars.css. Remember, I'm changing this to all files, and I'm leaving it on my desktop. It doesn't contain any style yet. I'm just creating that so we see. Okay, so now let's look at the anchor. The anchor tags is A, and just like the link, it also has an attribute. Remember what I said this does? but the difference here is the anchor has a content, so it's not an empty tag. I'm not going to create another page today. I would want you to create a page by yourself, and then let me see it. If you create a page, put it up, and then let's see. All right, so this is it. I'll come back to my browser and refresh. You can see that the home and the about appears, but it's different. It's already underlined and having colors. That's the default state of the anchor tag. Now I reference the index.html with the home. So if I click on home, it will take me to index.html, but if I click on about, it will take me to about.html, and we don't have about.html. So let's see what's going to happen if I click on about. I click, and then it's telling me that I could not find. See that it's looking for about.html. So I'll go back, but if I click on home, it will still remain here because this is the home. Now what I want you to do is create an about page and add any different content. Maybe you can say this is about 28 days web development challenge. Create an about page, so you link it here, and then let's see the both files. If you want, you can put the both of them in a folder. You can create a folder for them. I'm dumping everything on my desktop for today, but from tomorrow we're going to create a folder for every one of them. Thank you.